what injuries they have actually sustained.
Yes, and what are the priorities for the police and for counter-terrorism officers in terms of establishing whether this person was a lone wolf, or establishing whether there's any networks? Where do they go now in that sense?
Well, as they would generally do in the wake of these types of attacks, whether the individual, the perpetrator, is alive or not, as they are in this case, they will inevitably research very forensically through all their belongings, and that's not just their digital devices in terms of their phones and the footprint that they may have left, their communications, the networks that they may have been talking with, and how potentially they may have been radicalized, whether they're part of a larger group, but also in terms of their origins. Where are they from? Who have they socialized with? There will be a real treasure trove of intelligence that the authorities will need to go through in the next few days, if not next few weeks, which will contribute to that ever-growing tapestry, or jigsaw, if you like, of counterterrorism, which is finding those incremental pieces, putting them together, and seeing how the dots are joining.
Will Geddes, many thanks for your time this evening. Thanks for being with us, and let's just return to the scene and go back to Ben.
Yeah, Jane, as we've been hearing really this evening, there's been huge praise for those Londoners who intervened to, it appears, to overwhelm the attacker, and the police actually pulled members of the public off the attacker so that they could shoot him. Extraordinary scenes there on London Bridge. And really, for those people now who are filing home from the City of London, rush hour commuters trying to make their way past the various police cordons that have caused chaos here in the city this evening, there is, I think it's fair to say, a mood of calm. The threat level, the terror threat level, was reduced only at the beginning of this month from severe to substantial. But Londoners have become used to terror alerts, terror attacks as well. We had the attack here a couple of years ago at London Bridge, in which 8 people died, the Westminster Bridge attack as well. And people are, I think it's fair to say, reasonably phlegmatic as well at the moment. But there is still huge police activity at the moment. A vast area around London Bridge is locked down and cordoned off, and a major police investigation underway this evening.
Many thanks. Ben Brown there at the scene in London Bridge. Well, we will, of course, bring you continuing coverage of events in central London today. Here, a busy Friday afternoon, the run-up to Christmas, it's Black Friday, and we're in the middle of a general election campaign. And police saying in the last couple of hours that they have declared a major terrorist incident. One man has been shot dead by the police. Other people have been injured, and huge praise for the bravery of members of the public. You're watching BBC News.
Good evening. It's been much drier today. There's been a good deal of sunshine, but under the starry skies now, temperatures are already falling away. So we're in for drier weather for the weekend, yes, but some very cold nights and with a risk of fog. So there are warnings out. The warnings are on the website. Let's look at where we've had the showers through the day. Mainly northern and eastern areas, still a few in the south and west. So where the surfaces are damp, with the temperatures already getting to below freezing in places, it does mean that the ice risk is quite high. But for many of us further south, particularly for England and Wales, we're going to see more mist developing and thickening up to fog, some dense fog by morning. So it does look as if the frost will be more widespread than last night, because temperatures will be a couple of degrees lower again. That means the frost will be harder as well. As you can see, it's much further south. Now, that means that tomorrow morning, as well as being cold and freezing, we could have some fog. So some freezing fog, really quite treacherous for road users. It looks as if it'll be across England and Wales. Don't take this as the defining